Hello and welcome to How Not to Play, the channel where I play video games badly. Today we are going to be continuing our Platinum playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. A quick note as we're going through this video, if you catch anything that I have done incorrectly or could have done better or just completely missed, please feel free to put it in the description below. I do want these to be as close to a 100% walkthrough as possible. While you're down there, go ahead and put a like on this video. It really helps to push these out into the algorithm and grow the channel. Also, please hit that subscribe button if you want to get notifications of any future videos in this series. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. Alright, so that takes care of all of our side quests here in Corel, except for the Chocobo races up in the Gold Saucer. But before we do that, there are some Queen's Blood players here in Costa del Sol, so let's go ahead and take care of those real quick. So let's head back on up where the mayor was, and over here to the right, we've got a Queen's Blood player.
How am I supposed to choose which of my babies to use when they're all so adorable? Oh man, you've got perfect timing. Want to go around against my little angels here? Name's Dokkacha. I believe in my cards and they believe in me. We're like a big happy family. You want to know how I got them to love me? With praise. You're so cute. You're so cool. You gotta show them every day how much you care. But I also want to tell them how strong and hard-working they are too, you know? Which is why I've been looking high and low for someone I can play against.
Sure, let's go ahead and challenge you to a match. I think we've already seen a card like that, haven't we? Oh well, whatever. Let's get it. Well, we did manage to win that. Barely though. I mean, I almost lost that one. That was, yeah, definitely something. But whatever. It's just the ending that counts, right? And we got Rictus.
No! My poor baby!
My babies now.
As much as I hate to admit it, it seems you have a much stronger bond with your cards than I do. Just what do you say to them to get them to love you so much? Huh? So you let your actions speak louder than your words? I see. By the way, on a completely different subject, have you ever heard of the card, the Shadow Blood Queen? Apparently there's only one. I tell you, if that's true, I hope I get the chance to see it in person someday. I bet it's the most beautiful card anyone's ever laid eyes on.
Sure. So let's see, with him down, it looks like there's another opponent here on the dock. So yep, here at the Card Carnival, looks like there are new challenges unlocked now that we are higher level. Oh my goodness. And we can get a whole lot more cards too. So it looks like we can get the cards for Dyne, Ginatak, Cloud, Barrett, Tifa, Aerith, Red, Yuffie, Kate, Sid, and Vincent. Damn. Alright. Your opponents laid their cards down. Your mission is to make the board into a minefield laden with self-destruct cards. Use Dyne to detonate these traps and blow the competition to smithereens. Just don't let Phoenix stand in your way. I did it. I don't know how I did it or why that worked. But I did it. I know that putting the one there to buff the Phoenix card up to a 5 power I needed to do in order for the bomb to not kill it right away. But I don't know why that whole thing chained like that. But hey, that was the solution. And we got the Dyne card. Yay! Alright, so I know I'm gonna need bombs here. And here. We're gonna need a Scrutiny here. Because when the bombs blow, they'll do 4 damage. 4 damage will kill the Phoenix, which will raise the power of his cards by 5. So I need to raise the power of Phoenix by 1 in order to keep it alive. So I need Scrutiny there. Float. When destroyed, lower power of allied and enemy cards by 4. Affected tiles being that one there. So Dyne will lower by 5. The float, and the specimen. So float will lower the power of this one by 4. When first enfeebled, lowering its power will enfeeble it. Lower the power of enemy cards on affected tiles by 6. That affected tile would be my bomb, which will cause my first bomb to explode, which combined with Dyne's enfeeblement will kill Specimen 1024. Which means that those +3s there will go away, meaning the Crimson Mare will die as well, while also being enfeebled by the bomb. Will blow my other bomb, which will then blow the Phoenix. And so putting Dyne here just starts a chain reaction. So that kills the bomb, which kills the stuff around it, which kills my bomb, which kills everything else around it, which removes the buff on the card in the middle. And then that chain reaction is what leads to just everything else dying, just because all of his cards were buffing his cards, and so once those buffs were removed, then the damage from the bombs was able to kill them. Curse of the Gi. In this challenge, your opponents lay down their cards. Enhance the Jabberwock positioned on the board using cards from my hand, and then replace it with Gi Natak to activate its skill and power your way to victory. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so I know I want him up there, so that when he gets enfeebled by the Jabberwock, he will buff the Jabberwock. And I know that the Gain Attack is going to be the last card that I play to put the Jabberwock's power onto the top and bottom cards, which will hopefully put those up to 20, which means I need to get Jabberwock up to 17. Jabberwock will lower the powers on every card on my board. Okay. So let's try putting our Sandhog Pie here. When it dies, it buffs that middle card, the Jabberwock. So let's go ahead and put Jabberwock in to get all of his buffs. Alright, now if I put Crystalline Crab down below, which I have to put Crystalline Crab down below after we place Jabberwock, otherwise the Jabberwock will kill it. This will buff Jabberwock by 2 more. If we Riot Trooper here, that's our highest power card. We can use the Griffin to replace it to add that power to the Jabberwock. We can then use Gain Attack on the Jabberwock to kill the Jabberwock, but put 19 power above and below, giving me, plus the 1 from the Griffin gives me 20 in both the top and bottom rows, which will win the match. Alright, that one was a little bit tricky. And we get Gain Attack. Replace an allied card and raise the power of allies on affected tiles by the replaced power. So yep, whatever card you replace, the above and below cards will gain that amount. Might add that to my deck actually. So that completes all of our advanced puzzles. Now it is time for our collector cards. Let's see if we can't collect Cloud. Oh my. So we've got 3 cards. So obviously Sephiroth is going to be going in this slot here. When first enfeebled, raise the power of allied cards on affected tile by 4. Okay, and so Cloud says that when it reaches 7, raise the power of allied cards, so I need to put Cloud in the middle, which means I'll need to put my security officer down below to get the 2 pips I need to put Cloud in. This leaves only 1 hole for Sephiroth to go. So he will kill the top and bottom cards, which will lower the power of allied enemy cards on affected tiles by 4. So when destroyed, that will kill the Sahagin, which will in turn buff Cloud, which will in turn buff the rest of my team. So we'll put Sephiroth here, kill the bottom card to lower their power down there, we kill the top card, which kills my Sahagin, which buffs Cloud, which buffs everybody else, which gives us just enough power to win 13 to 12. And we get the Cloud card. I might be able to use him too. Alright, so this is Barrett. Let's see. When played, lower the power of an enemy card by 8. Okay, well. He does have one card with 8. So that means I would have to put Barrett here on this tile. Alright, so if we put our Toxic Rat here... Okay. Oh, wow, I did not expect that. So yeah, that killed their guy there, which killed their entire back row. Let's see, so for Barrett to go here to kill that guy, I'm gonna need 2 more power on that. If I put it there, I could put the bomb here. But that's the only races if I won. So in order to get, if I put the Insectoid Chimera on top of the bomb, I can finally get 3 there, but won't that kill all my stuff? Yeah. But it killed his stuff too. And it does give us our 3 for Barrett, so we can kill the Mithril Golem. Oh, and that gives us 9 on our row, which beats the 6 that he has left on his row. Alright, so yeah, 9 beats 6. Sure does. Okay, that's how you shoot things with Barrett, I guess. Let's try Tifa. Oh boy. What do we got here? When you win the lane, receive a score bonus of 5. Griffin to replace, Spearhawk for bonus, when played lower. Okay. 5, 3. So I'm probably not gonna win the top lane. But I am gonna have to win the bottom lanes. So we're gonna have to get things buffed up a little bit. So we'll try a Cactuar here. See, him there can do that. I'm probably gonna want a Spearhawk here. So that will buff and give me what I need to put Tifa here to win that row. But then I lose the other 2 rows. I can't put the Griffin down there because it has replaced something. So let's try Labs with this. So that will win the bottom row, but I'm still... Wait, what happened there? When enfeebled, lower the power of allied enemy cards up by... Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even see that. So that lowered these down from 20 to 10. So if I just plop Tifa up here somewhere... That's still not going to do me a whole lot. So if I put the Griffin here now, it still gets the plus bonuses from the Spearhawk and the Cactuar, but it gives the Death Wheel 6 up to Tifa so that I can win that second row. And by winning those 2 rows, or by Tifa winning that row, I get an extra 5 for a 19 total, which will beat my opponent's 10 now that they are enfeebled from that Death Wheel hitting. Because that's just an on-enfeeble trigger, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to stay. So just once it hits, the damage is done. Alright, there we go. Very neat. Alright, so what do we do with the Aerith card? Oh my goodness. I'm really behind the 8 ball on this one, huh? Mandragora minion, okay. Raise the power by 1 for each other enhanced or enfeebled ally and enemy card. Okay. Raise the power of allied cards on affected tiles by 3. So she is probably going to go either there or there, depending on what I can clear up. Lower the power of enemy cards by 3. So if I put... Oh, I can't do that yet. Aerith will do it, though. So if I put the Leviathan here, it will lower this one and this one. If I put the Leviathan here, it will lower that one and that one. Oh, I forgot about the down and back. Yeah, so that will free up a couple slots, wouldn't it? So now we can put our Mandragora up here. Will give us the Mandragora minion that we can put down here to give us the second slot we need for the Adjudicator, which should be able to win that bottom row. 12 plus 9 is 21, just barely beating that middle row. Alright, well there we go. And we get Aerith's card, which I do kind of like. When Red is enfeebled, he retaliates by enfeebling opposing cards. Unleash vengeance on your foe. Alright, Red, let's go. Ooh boy. Alright. When first enfeebled, lower the power of enemy cards on affected tiles by 2. So that's exactly 2 spots away from him. So I'm probably going to want to put Red here on this middle. Or maybe down here. So So I put it there, it will enfeeble Two-Face, which would then enfeeble the Molosserus. If I put him there, it would enfeeble the Mithril Golem and the Elphidunk. I think I want to put the Pie there. So if I Stone Golem the middle, that will enfeeble Two-Face, which will enfeeble the top and bottom. So I do like that. But why didn't that do anything? When enhanced. Okay. So in order to enhance it, I'll have to destroy the Sandhog. Same with the Stone Golem there then. So for the Geese Spectre, I'm going to replace the Sandhog with it. And then it will lower whatever is in this spot here, which will make red. So when I put the Geese Spectre down here, it will kill the Sandhog, which will buff the Stone Golems, which will then enfeeble the Mithril Golem and Two-Face, which will then enfeeble those two there. The Geese Spectre will also enfeeble red, which will enfeeble... Oh, not just top and bottom. It will enfeeble all four corners plus the top middle, which should wipe out most of the opponent's board. So let's go ahead and watch this chain reaction go. And so, yep, there we go. Red is the only one left on the bottom row, which does not win it, unfortunately. But we did win the top two rows, which means the opponent does not get his +10 bonus. And we win this match 16-3. And we get the red card. Very nice. Yuffie is a replacement card. Alright, so opponent looks like they're pretty buffed out. So we want to probably get rid of their buffed cards with something like a bomb or a Yuffie. Replace an ally and lower the power of allied and enemy cards on affected tiles by the replaced ally's power. So... if I Spearhawk there, Crab there, I can bomb there. And now when I Yuffie the bomb, it's going to blow up a lot of stuff. Which means I'm going to want to put those ski down. To raise in power, because a lot of my stuff is going to die along with a lot of my opponent's stuff. Alright, so I think if we put our ski here on the outsides, maybe. So anytime my stuff dies, the skis should buff. And so, yep, that wins the top and bottom rows. The Ifrit there in the middle does beat Yuffie, but with the 4 power top and bottom, that makes 8, which beats Ifrit's 5, and so we do end up winning Yuffie. Interesting card. And now we've got the Kate Sith card. Can summon his Moogle to your hand when played. Put this powerful combination to work and prove you're the cat's meow. Okay, first of all, I have no idea what the Moogle card is or does. Choco Jockey, when you win the lane, score 10. Space Ranger, raise the power by 1 for each enhanced enemy card. Dio, raise the power by 1 for each enhanced ally and enemy. Loveless, raise the power of everything by 1. Alright, so let's see what the Moogle does. Raise the power of allied cards on affected tiles by 3. Alright, so I think I put Kate Sith in the wrong spot then. So let's try putting Kate Sith here. That'll put my Moogle here. See, we can then Space Ranger here. Space Ranger. Choco Jockey. Dio, and Loveless. So that gives me 8 on the top row, 22 on the bottom row makes 30, but because the Choco Jockey is winning the row, I get an extra 10, which makes 40 to 31, and that should win the match. Neat. And that gives us the Kate Sith and Moogle cards. Is Sid our last party member? Nope, Vincent too. So let's go ahead and grab Sid here. Sid can summon Tiny Bronco to your hand. So let's see how these do. Interesting play pattern for Sid there. Sky Wheel. Insectoid Chimera, so we're going to be replacing our bomb probably. So if I can put the Sky Wheel on either this or that location, that should be able to put my bomb here that I can then replace with the Chimera. So Sky Wheel needs 3 though. I don't know how I'm going to get 3 there. Let's try putting Sid down here to open that up for at least 1. We'll see what's the Tiny Bronco do. Raise position ranks by 2. So yep, the Tiny Bronco there will give me the 3 I need in that spot to put my Sky Wheel bomb combination that we were talking about. And Insectoid Chimera should pretty well decimate my opponent's board. Yep, that leaves him with just the middle row at 4 power, which Sid plus the Tiny Bronco can, yep, take over. So yeah, that was pretty neat. And we got Sid and the Tiny Bronco. Interesting positions on those. And Vincent, when he is destroyed, he summons the Galleon Beast. With this monster, it won't be long before the competition joins the marksman in deep slumber. Alright, let's check out this one. So we are looking to kill Vincent. Raise power by 1 for each enfeebled ally and enemy. When played, lower the power of allied enemies by 1. Lower the allied enemies by 1. Alright, so let's start with Vincent. Then we're going to bat to kill Vincent, which gives us a Galleon Beast. And so that will destroy the opponent's middle row. And so if we put Rictus on the top row, we'll win the top row. On the bottom row, we won't. So obviously we'll put Rictus on the top row. That will go ahead and win the top row. The Galleon Beast wins the middle row. And the bottom row he can have, because that makes it 10-7 in our favor. It's a pretty strong showing by the Galleon Beast, though. Okay, and that is all of our collector's cards. So we could actually make a deck of our entire party if we wanted to. Not that they all play well together. But now we've got some, what are they called? Skill drills. Chain reactions. Try positioning cards with skills that activate once enhanced to create a chain reaction. Remember that some cards' power change depending on the state of adjacent cards. Alright, so Cactuar will enhance. So Cactuar up here will enhance that square there. Choco and Ifrit both raise their power by depending on enhanced cards. Let's see, the Gagagandi, when first enhanced, lowers the power of enemy cards. So Gagagandi I'm going to want up here when first enhanced. Let's see, with the Amphidex, the first time it's enhanced, raise the power of allied cards on affected tiles by 3. So we'll go ahead and start with our Amphidex here. And that will give us the 2 pips we need for the Gagagandi up here. And so now when I drop my Cactuar, it will buff the Amphidex, which will then pup the Gagagandi, which will then kill my opponent's first row. And because of all the buffs that the Amphidex does, Chocobo and Ifrit have raised their power enough to take the rows, and we are able to win this match. Major power outage. Practice using Desert Sahagin and Reaper Tail to enhance your other cards when they are enfeebled. Then activate Jabberwock's skill to enfeeble your opponent's cards in turn. Alright, so Jabberwock once again. If we put that, we're probably looking to put that in the middle, which will enfeeble all of my cards by 1. Reaper Tail, when enfeebled, will lower the power of enemy cards on affected tiles by 2. So if we were to put our Reaper Tail down here, once that gets enfeebled by the Jabberwock, it will hurt my opponent's front row. See, the Desert Sahagin, when enfeebled, will raise the power of allied cards by 4. So I suppose we put that here. Rictus, I suppose we'll just throw up here just to complete the I don't know. We'll put Jabberwock here and see what happens. Sure enough, Rictus gets buffed by all the enfeebled cards, and so it gets buffed up to a 7. The Jabberwock gets buffed up by the Sahagin dying, and the Reaper Tail enfeebles my opponent's board, which then just buffs the Rictus. And so we end up with a score of 20-13 with that little chain reaction. Back to Replacix. Practice replacing cards with the Grandhorn and Gigantode to activate their skills upon destruction. So we've kind of seen how replacing a bomb can blow up all of your opponent's stuff. Let's see. Quetzalcoatl has no abilities, but does have some nice placement. Destroy an allied card and replace it. Gigantode, destroy an allied card and replace it. Alright, so what do we have up here? Midgard Stormer. When allied enemy cards are destroyed, raise its power. No abilities. When destroyed, raise the power of allied cards by 3. Okay. So I'm gonna want to put... Oh, I can't. So let's say if we put a Grandhorn here, we could then put a Quetzalcoatl there, and then use our Gigantode to replace our Sandpie to buff those as well. And that will get our middle row to 14, which is just enough to beat my opponent's biggest threat. Plus 7 from the bottom row gives us a 21 versus opponent's 10, and it looks like that was a pretty easy solution. Alright, looks like we've got a replacement test. Replaceable cards have the ability to transfer the power of the destroyed card to another one in play. Practice this by maxing out Bloat Float and then replacing it with Griffin. Alright, so So we'll put our Cactuar up here. That will max the Bloat Float. The Spearhawk here once again to power up our Bloat Float. And then our Griffin will go ahead and replace it. That will transfer the Bloat Float to power up here to the Mandragora. But it also looks like when it's destroyed it will lower the power of enemy cards, so it will go ahead and kill this Quetzalcoatl too when it dies. And so that will lower enemies standing in the row, which will let us go 8 to 6 versus, or 8 and 6 versus just 6. Anyway, it's late, I don't feel like mathing, we win. So yep, by using the Griffin to replace that power, move it up a line, we went ahead and won them both. And it looks like that's all the challenges she's got now at rank 9. Perhaps she might have some more once we beat Ladrell and rank up again. I don't know. But let's go ahead and take some of these cards that we just got and see if we can't find an opponent to use them against.
Welcome.
Ooh. There is another booster pack available here too. The Carnival of Carnage. The Black Bat, Adjudicator, and Yin and Yang. So yeah, let's go ahead. We've been actually playing with those in the skill challenges. Now we can play with them for real.
Thanks for stopping by.
Alright, let me get my deck set up here.
The match? Now, give me a look like you're ready to throw down. Excuse me, we're shooting here.
Wait, do you play Queen's Blood? You kind of look like you do.
Oh my gosh, this is perfect.
I'm Rihanna, an up-and-coming model. We're actually getting pics for a feature right now. And I was really hoping to nab one of me playing Queen's Blood. You literally couldn't have come at a better time. What do you say? Help a girl out?
Sure, we'll go ahead and do a challenge here. So, yep, we went ahead and updated our deck with some of the cards we just won. Let's see how it works. I'm not entirely sure if it will or not. But we might be able to get ourselves a Diabolic variant. Well, it didn't quite go how I wanted it to, but I mean, we did get the win. I just don't have a lot of good ways of giving +4 to Cloud.
Gross!
That intense stare, that knitted brow, glistening perspiration, perfection! I've never seen you look more beautiful! And you, Mr. Card Sharp, talk about a hunky diamond in the rough. Have you ever thought about becoming a model?
Moa, you're a genius. We could team up, be a card-slinging, catwalk-strutting duo. You and me, taking over the world. What do you say?
No, not interested.
Harsh.
We'll be kicking it here for a bit if you change your mind. After all, a model's work is never done.
Alright. So that was 2. It looks like there is a third up here in... Oh shoot, what hotel was that?
Must be nice to play. We hope you... What could be more marvelous than taking
The Costa del Sol Resort. Yep.
Is there anyone out there who can rekindle my fighting spirit?
If you want to box, try boxing.
What are you looking at? You want a piece of me or something? Easy now. I didn't mean it like that. No need to be so on edge. Name's Mahir, though some call me the child of the sun. I'm trained to be a boxer. I've not been feeling it lately, so I'm trying other ways to motivate myself. Like Queen's Blood. I don't suppose you're up for a game?
Yeah, let's do it. So yeah, we'll go ahead and try it out here. Oh, he's got a soldier card. Raise the power of allied cards by 3. That's some interesting placements too. Huh. Alright. Alright, well, I think that might just do it. Yup, looks like using that Geen attack to spread my Ifrit's bonus to the top and bottom was... yeah, that's a lot of power added to the board. So yeah, that did it. And we got the 2C soldier, or class 2 soldier, or whatever. Might give that one a shot, I don't know.
Ouch! What a knockout! You got me. Not only was your defense on point, but your offense was swift and brutal. I've never played such an intense game. It was hotter than the sun. Enough to light a fire in my soul, even. I think I'm finally out of my funk. And now, I can get back to boxing. Thank you.
Alright, and that should do it for the Corel region as well. Looks like we've got one more Queen's Blood player, which is going to be Ladrell up in the Gold Saucer. Here we go. Right about there. Looks like we also have one more side quest to do in Corel, but that is going to be win Chocobo races, also in the Gold Saucer. But that's also where our next storyline is going to take place. So, all signs point to Gold Saucer. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, you might as well go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps push the channel out into the algorithm and helps it grow. Also, please hit that subscribe button to be notified of any future installments in this series and any future series that I do. Once again, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.